Welcome aboard the Allegheny YouTube channel. If you enjoy trains, railroad history, you'll want to keep watching this video. This following video covers from Garrett, Pennsylvania up to and through the Big Savage Tunnel. You'll see photos from the land, from the air, some drone photography, and some on bicycle. Like I say, this trail was once the former Western Maryland Railroad, but it's been converted into a hiking and biking trail, which was nice to repurpose it. It would be nice to still see the trains running, especially like the viaducts and that you'll see in this upcoming video, but at least it has been put to good use. Be sure to keep watching. All aboard. Our journey begins in Garrett, Pennsylvania. This small tunnel goes under small state routes, and we're looking from the east side of the tunnel towards Rockwood, Pennsylvania. And let's take a stroll through the tunnel. I'm actually not heading this direction, but we can check it out. Now you're taking a look at the tunnel from the west side facing towards the east. Now let's head eastbound toward the Salisbury Viaduct. A storm rolled through the night before and left a small tree laying across the trail in a precarious position. And here is an old farm cemetery. When I was a kid, I heard rumors that this was people that died building the bridge that fell off, which yes, there was fatalities while building the bridge, but I've looked through these graves and there's like a 3-year-old child buried here, and even the labor laws at the time, I'm ready to say again, it was just an old family cemetery. And here's a view looking across the Salisbury Viaduct from the west side. Quite a bit of craftsmanship when this was made with the tools available. And here you can sort of get the big picture from the sky, Viaduct and Route 219. And there's the Castleman River down below the viaduct. The green paint is long since weathered away, now rust is showing through. And of course, when trains ran this, you wouldn't be looking at a concrete slab out across, but you would be looking at railroad ties and tracks. And I believe there was also a walkway. It never gets tiring looking at this viaduct. It just is amazing. And there is another view of the 219 facing north. You can still hear the trains just like yesterday. And here's a bench, one of a few located along the trail. This one's in very nice shape, and someone has taken the time and planted some very beautiful flowers around. Yeah, we have arrived in Marsden. And I can't tempt past the temptation of spinning the brake. And yeah, look, it spins freely. Since taping this video, the caboose is no longer the original color. It was marked C and O. Since the M1 is taken and painted red, I felt as though the caboose should have been left alone, or if it was to be repainted, been painted the original blue with the Chesapeake and Ohio logo. On the other hand, here is the restored train station. When I was a child, this station was in disrepair, falling down, and it had even succumbed to a fire. But with the bike trail, it was restored in the 90s and brought back to probably better than its original condition. Let's go take a look inside of it. It is just as spectacular on the inside as it is on the outside, and it serves as a little museum. And now you're viewing the Keystone Viaduct. You can see the curve built into this viaduct, and take note of the current CSX Railroad. The Keystone Viaduct is nowhere near as high as the Salisbury Viaduct, but I feel the workmanship and design make it more unique, although both have a great place in railroad history. Yeah, I'm a person that likes to ride bicycles, but wanted to stress the importance of railroad history when I filmed this video. That is why I'm focusing so much on the structure. Over time, I'm hoping to cover more sections of this railroad and capture the remaining history for future generations in photos and video. We are now located east of the Keystone Viaduct. There's a closer view of the current CSX Railroad tracks on the left. And right here at this spot, we're about 1 mile from the Sand Patch Tunnel on the CSX Railroad. Windmills are plentiful in Somerset County. You see them everywhere you look. There's a view of the Keystone Road crossing where the CSX tracks across the Pennsylvania State Route. We are located just east of Dill, Pennsylvania. This is about a quarter mile from the trailhead parking area. And the Eastern Continental Divide. Thing on the west side of the divide flows eventually into the Mississippi River and into the Gulf of Mexico, and everything on the east works its way into the Chesapeake Bay and out into the Atlantic Ocean. There's a little table graph showing the elevation change the railroad faced in the day, and now the bicyclist face. It's all downhill from east to here. And the Big Savage Tunnel, the western opening. Keep watching and you'll get to see a bicycle riding through the tunnel. And you ride and you do not see the proverbial light at the end of the tunnel for a good while. When you finally gave up hope, finally, there we can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's getting brighter now. And we're concluding our journey at the scenic overlook on the east side of the Big Savage Tunnel. I hope you enjoyed watching. In the future, I want to cover the whole Western Maryland Railroad, now of course the Great Allegheny Passage, and do more videos like this. If you like this, please hit that like button and consider subscribing.